on Facebook, and YouTube. Gotta make sure people can watch. So, baby Ronnie,
Yes, sir.
talk to me, brother. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. Introduce yourself. Let me know a little bit about yourself. What brought you here, pretty much?
Yes, I'm Baby Ronnie from Baby Ronnie, aka Baby Ronnie from the South. You know, I'm from Sunset, Texas, from a little deep part South. You know, I'm here with you, Steve. I want to just come kick it, get a little high with you, and just come take a little ride with what you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I dig it, brother. Here we smoke hemp.
Okay.
It's a nice alternative. Of course, here in Texas, we have not legalized marijuana.
Of
So
course.
until then, we have to consume hemp
Yes.
only because that's what we got.
Yes, sir. And I am with it.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about music. When did you get into music? Want it?
Oh yeah. And really, I got into music. I'll say when I really started with making it, probably about 6, 7 years already ago.
Yeah.
I was I was in college. You know, I was I was
Here in Texas, a little.
yeah. I went to college in TLU in Seguin.
All right.
Yeah, and I was over there. I was able to have all the computers because I ain't have none of that. And whenever was able to get that, they had GarageBand, and I started making music off of that. And I would just make little beats here and there, try to record myself, do remixes of songs. But after a few years, I started really studying it, which what I was going to school for, which was for sound and design, theater,
All right.
filming.
I dig it. I dig it. And that's what you that's what got you into the music. Like, were you?
Oh no, but oh no, what really got me into music, I would say, had to be all the influences around me. I would say like my dad, he's from Houston,
Okay.
so he's very good friends with like a few members of Dope House Records.
All right.
Uh, he's really good friends with Brim and Shadow
All
from
right.
from most aggravated out there in Houston, which they were really the ones that really came up there with starting the whole thing from my pop's point of view.
Okay.
And that's just what really inspired me because I would always see their CDs in the house. My dad will always just talk about this, like how he knows these guys as a kid, not knowing, but it's like, man, this is dope. They're famous to our eyes, because all you see is their CDs, and you're like, dang, this is all we got. CDs of like Ram, Shadow, then of course SPM,
Yeah.
which my pops did know him, but out of not really like, hey, what's up, homeboy, like all the
Yeah.
type shit. But they when they bumped around with each other, they would show love with each other.
Yeah.
But that's really how I got influenced. I really was inspired by that.
That's what's up. So you do beats and stuff?
Yeah, I make all I really make all my own beats,
Is
but
that what you were doing first before you started with the music? You good at
yeah,
that?
well, no, well, really, I started doing rap, of course, freestyle. I was
Okay.
in middle school. I was like always trying to
You like to
freestyle.
freestyle still?
Honestly, I kind of died off with that, to be honest. So I would really like to write. I would really like to focus when I make a beat now. That's me speaking now. Back
Okay.
then, I would be like, yeah, let's freestyle, you know what I'm saying? Hop on. Now that I'm trying to learn more on the beat producer side of it, I guess you would speak. I'm just like more focused, like with creating the sound. Then it's like, oh, this sound, this with it would be so perfect.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Check it out.
And the sound with it would be so perfect to have with lyrics.
Yeah, I guess because when you can make your own beats, like when you have a song in your head that you're thinking of and whatnot, and then when you can make your own beats, you know what you hear, so it's easier for you to do that rather than you got somebody doing it for you and they can really like catch or get it right the way that
Yeah,
you want it.
yeah, and that and it's just like, man, it's like, oh, this could go here with the beat, or just like, yeah, just like how you said, yeah, I'll catch like what's missing, and that's what I really like about it. But then again, it's like, bro, I did this music when doing it like with like no money type stuff when I first started. So I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? People want to charge me for a beat. Let me try to make one since I had all the gear around me at the time too. We're going to school, college. Don't get me wrong, I was in high school just recording off my phone, off of YouTube beats, thinking it was cool. And at the time, we ain't have no apps like now,
Uh,
like how people are just making songs off their phones. And it sounded pretty good, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm just like, damn, after all these time I've been trying to learn, but I know I ain't the only one in this world. So it's like,
yeah, that nice. So as an artist, what do you think are the most important values that you have when it comes to being an artist?
hmm, I think just being humble, you know, like for me, I don't feel like you don't have to have this, you know, you have to have that. I mean, there's a lot of people that are creating a lot of music. Well, I'm just speaking from the city point of view, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Because now in the city, you gotta have this, have that. But I feel
I
like
gotta know somebody.
you gotta know. Yes, I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, it's like,
Man,
nah,
that hemp.
yeah, I know.
What are they putting in this damn hemp? Yo, we do got a live studio audience. Live studio audience, give yourself a round of applause. Oh, of course, we are here on the west side. I call this live in the Bone Zone with Big Sam Heard. Of course, we are live and the Bone Zone because we pay homage to Bone Thugs and Harmony. They're my personal favorite rap group
Yeah.
of all times. When it comes to you, what are your, let's say, give me a
Oh,
top three. Like, what would be your top three when it comes to music influences and what you listen to? I'm sure it's changed throughout the years. Like,
of course.
but myself, hell, I've been rocking with Bone since the '90s, and I still wear Dickies. I still think it's the '90s and whatnot. I still dress like I'm going to a damn concert every day and whatnot. But that's just me.
Still looking good,
Yeah,
though.
appreciate that.
Yes, sir. And it's like, man, for me, of course, like you just said, over the years things change, and it's like, but it's really like I don't want to write it too much. Just got to be some probably Scarface,
Scarface,
man, Scarface.
I dig it.
Let them know.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scarface is dope.
it's just, man, I ain't gonna lie, that's something. There's a lot of other artists. Don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah.
just like I said, grew up. My pops, he's an OG. You know what I'm saying, from his area,
Shout
from
out to our
just,
pops. Shout
you know
out
what
to
I'm
our pops.
saying. Much love for him. And it's like he always had his little side of Houston. But for me, coming from Somerset, you know what I'm saying, from the South, deep South, kind of mixed with the country,
Yeah.
you know. So
Little
it's,
town, huh?
yeah, little town. Everybody knows everybody. Now it's getting huge, but
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you would play all these artists, Fat Pat, Scarface, of course, the original SPM, you know, the main that's here, but Scarface, just because the way he sounds, his flow,
Yeah.
even when he was with Ghetto Boys, you know.
I dig it. Yeah. So Scarface. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into a little bit of this jam. It's called Texas Flow.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna let this play and we're gonna talk a little bit about it. All right.
All right.
We're on. We're on.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Ron, my baby Ronnie, live in the BoneZone. Big Sam Heard.
Yo.
All right, let's let this play real quick.
Yeah, Steve.
The mics are off.
Badass, bro. And here's your hat. I'm sorry it's burning, but you want to hit this disco?
Yeah, sure. What kind is it?
That one's a Parasol G. This one I have right here, strawberry lemonade.
The one that I have, I think it's out already, but it was Donkey Pineapple Express. It was Delta 11, bro. Yeah, that was shit. That's why I was choking. Because, yeah, I got the last minute stuff. It's THC?
Yeah. Can you hit it? Are you good? My bad. I know you are saying Delta, but that's some TH. Are y'all good? Okay. Oh, well, you said that. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. This is what my little thug guy. Yeah. Now I had some serious, but I was at just using for a video, though. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what we're talking about? You talking about this?
Yeah, I didn't know. I
We're
wanted.
talking about like.
I just wanted to respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no. I have some footage. I just waste my.
Hell yeah.
Alright. So maybe Ronnie, talk to me. Talk to me about growing up. What was it like for you growing up? You grew up in Somerset. Is that where you spent
Yeah.
like your adolescent years, I guess?
Most likely, yeah. Basically, I just grew up there. Me, my oh yeah, thank you. Bro. Me, my two older sisters, and my one little baby sister.
All right.
It was
So you're the only boy?
Yeah, I am the. I mean, I have other siblings, but from my dad's side,
Oh, okay, bet. Okay. So, but you do have other brothers then? Like half brothers or something?
I do. I have two older ones.
I got 5
Oh,
brothers.
man.
Yeah, all half brothers.
I take
No
back.
sisters.
I do have another one. 3. It's just he's from my mom's. Not from my mom's town, but my
Okay.
dad's still my dad. Yeah. Yeah.
So so growing up, well, what's it like?
Man, it was alright. It was cool, bro. Like as you just said, just I'm the only boy, so I had to really learn sometimes whether it was just me learning from friends or with my pops. Don't get me wrong, he was there here and there. Sometimes he was either locked up, of course, that happens. So he misses a few days or
Like that happens to the best of our fathers.
Yeah, right.
Or
So,
something.
so you gotta go see them like on the phone. Yeah, I miss you as a kid, but over the years you realize like, man, hey, all right, we'll see you when you get back. You know.
See you on Thursday.
Yeah, don't worry. You're over there in Bear County.
Yeah. Down the street, huh? Shut up and be like,
Oh,
go to the BoneZone when you get out of jail. It's down the street.
I know it's shithole in there, but you know, they ain't going nowhere else. Thankfully.
You think about that, like in jail, like how some people like they purposely like try to go to jail, especially like when it's cold and stuff like that.
Yeah, for
Like
the
that
ones
way they
that's
can
fortunate.
just, that shit's crazy to me. And like being here by where we live, like kind of like in a Haven for Hope area, you see a lot of people. They're always walking around and stuff like that. And then I'll be just walking with my baby and stuff. We're just walking all family in the West Side and shit. And like, you know, we don't bother people. A lot of those people out there, they're not bad people.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us, I make bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? But
we all do.
We all do. So
nobody's
it's one of those
perfect.
things like we go through, we live it, we see it. You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
But we need like Jay Nice. I had a gentleman, Jay Nice. He was on my 210 Live. He's from like New York. He lives in Austin, and he was talking about how he likes to do that, give back. He's also, you know, big advocate when it comes to like Christian rap, and he's a battle rapper, and he likes to do a lot of that stuff.
No way.
And from him to you, like it's different, because some people uh go through certain things in life or whatnot, and then like for him with what he has and how he does it, it's crazy. Like when you see some of these ciphers when they do those type cipher things, like
Yeah,
it's poetry,
yeah,
and the music is supposed to be like poetry, not just like some hard beat and just blah blah and like shit like this, like just gunshots. Like
yeah.
for you, what's like a big point like that you're trying to make when it comes to music with what you put in your words? Like what's mainly like your main focus? What do you want to do besides, of course, as an artist? We want to make money. We want to succeed. We want to maybe get one or two records or something on the wall,
That would
like
be,
type stuff. But
bro.
besides all that, you know what I'm saying? Like what's something else that drives you? Something that really really motivates you to do anything?
Just like really, just like how you said, and shout out to Jay Ice, as you said, for doing all that. That's really what's up,
Yeah, I'm J Nice. Yeah.
man. That's clean.
Yeah, but
And,
see, a lot of people do that for the city, like, and it's wild that a lot of people don't necessarily like. Some people go on social media and they'll
and post
show it on
pictures,
social media, and some
yeah,
people don't do that.
videos,
And those are the people that really need to get recognized.
and that's
People
really
that don't go looking for that type of attention, but it just comes to them naturally. It just comes to them because when you do things organically, things just happen out of the
yeah,
blue. Like you message me off of Instagram. I don't really do much stuff on the Instagram, but I have because I know that I have different people on Instagram.
yeah,
So I don't know if maybe just following, and then I don't know if you've seen some of the lives that I do, like on Facebook or on YouTube, and we're just talking.
yeah.
We talk about life, death, everything
We're
else in
here
between.
now. Yeah,
We are here now, yeah. And we have a gentleman that we call Billy. He's Billy on the board. He's like a name that we got from the Ouija board, saying that it's like a storyline that we have here in the Bone Zone, which it kind of it's just my voice that I use,
yeah,
my different voice. He's Billy on the board.
yeah.
I want to have him. We gotta see if he's with us. Are we on? Are we on, John? Billy. Yeah. Hopefully Billy comes and hangs out with us
Come
today.
on, baby.
Where we're here, we're just asking for Billy to show up. Billy on the
Billy.
board, where are you at?
Billy on board.
Yes, it is I, Billy on the board, live in the Bone Zone with Big Sam Hurt, special co-host, baby, you Ronnie. Yo, Billy, thank you for showing up. You had a long week, I guess, because it's been a few days since we talked to him. It's already Wednesday. I think it's been like Saturday. Usually we don't go that long without communicating. It is what it is. He's safe. He's okay. All right. And Billy, he said that we got to go to a commercial break.
Okay.
Commercial break. We don't have any sponsors, but we do have an unofficial sponsor,
Yeah, yeah.
which is HEB.
Nice. Shout out HB.
Yeah. Unofficial sponsor for this live, HEB. Nobody does more than buy HEB. Here, everything's better. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Billy. So you have music with 93 Baby?
Yes, I actually do.
Yeah, that's what's up. It's called Texico, I see.
Yes.
All right. He was gonna come on, but things haven't. Still would like to get him on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I just like to have artists on, whether they're big names, whether they're not big names, whatever the case may be. My whole objective is to interview members of Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's the whole objective.
Yes.
Until then, we're gonna have as many artists, producers, DJs, videographers. If you own a damn nail salon or a restaurant, I want you to stop by here because it's not, everything, but it's something. And something is always better than nothing. So we just try to focus on stuff like that, not really stress too much about like, oh, we're not the biggest podcast in the city of San Antonio, we're not this and we're not that. We're focusing on what we are, you know what I'm saying? And we are, consistent when it comes to content. We are true to what we do. I do try to support as many artists as I can, whether it's go to these local shows and support them by listening to their music, sharing their stuff. I know a lot of people like to tag me and stuff like that. I don't mind some of that stuff, but if it's like repetitive and all fucking day long, I am gonna hide some of that shit from my profile because that's my profile. I want it to be
And you see
my,
it on your thing.
yeah, you see it on the timeline. So that's cool. I don't mind that sometimes, but it's like, I'm trying to show love to everybody.
Yes.
I'm trying to play everybody's music.
Not just that
so
one.
it's one of those things that, as a podcaster, some artists don't really like look at it like that. They're just like, oh, I'm an artist. You have a podcast. You have to interview me, or me as a podcaster coming to you saying, hey, I'm a podcaster. Can I get on? You want to get on my podcast? Not everybody says yes. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody says yes. Or some people are like, oh, I'm not doing any interviews right now, or I have a fee that I charge. Some fees have been decent. Some, we work on a barter system where, hell, I support you. I play your music. I share your stuff. So on and so on, stuff like that.
Throw a donation. At least throw.
Yeah, but some artists, they're like, no, I'm a bigger artist. You gotta pay me for that. And some artists, some other artists don't think that other artists should, charge people.
Yeah.
But it's like, let's say if this was like a huge radio station, I don't think that artists would want to charge the radio station, right? But because we're just little ratchet ass podcast is what I hear. Oh yeah, that ratchet ass podcast. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but still, we started off asking a question. That question, of course, is are we on John? I don't know who the fuck John is, but we've had plenty of Johns respond with tags and like people that I have on Facebook that are friends that are named John. They respond like, yeah, we're on, and I actually. Reason why is because a guy named John, he actually did. I would get on these lives and ask, "Are we on? Are we on?" And he responded one time, "We're on. Are we on?" So I just kept on saying, "Are we on, John?" So
it's stuck.
It's stuck, yeah. And I do that. I do it, and my Billy on the board boys like, "Are we on, John?" Type shit.
That's just
and
awesome.
When you hear it just on the audio, it's different. When you're here live or if you're watching on Facebook or
on
Instagram or whatever, when you hear it, it sounds a whole lot different, because that it's, well, watching the video, you see me, it's me doing those different voices, but when it's just the audio, you can change that. So that's one thing that I like about audio. That's important that you do that. Having visuals when it comes to being an artist, that's probably important, right?
Yeah.
Of course. What type of videographers and directors and stuff have you been working with? Let's get some names. That way, people watch or they watch later. They know that you're thinking about them. That's always important.
Well, most I've had was really shot by Blake. Shout out him and the team. And shout out my boy Dimitri, aka Gorilla. He's pretty cold with it, with that camera. I ain't gonna lie. And shy for him for shooting Texas Flow. And really the others I have by one of my fam, Dren J Productions. And shout out him, owner of Barberville. So he helped shoot as well.
Yeah. I think that's important. Like your relationship with people that can help you in your music and stuff like that. Like me as a podcaster, I'm kind of like a middleman type thing, because first of all, I have to have people that watch, and then I gotta have artists that want to be on the podcast.
Yes.
Not everybody is running to my doorstep wanting to be on the podcast, but when we are actively, booking type stuff, we do have, there was times when we just had, people every day, maybe 2-3 people in a day, but sometimes I like doing the episodes by myself, and then
just talking,
talking, bullshitting, smoking hemp. But
Vibing
then
out.
when you have a special guest or special co-host, different types of conversations can pop up, whatever the case may be. Different minds. I'm always here with Shelby, my girlfriend, so she gets on the mic in the morning, and just me on the video, but she's on the audio, and we have a little conversation and talk about how we gotta stretch in the morning, and you gotta go for a walk if you can. Type of like
That's
motivation,
little
like shit in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
healthy
Have
tips.
coffee, stuff like that. Like for you, what are some, let's say, healthy type tips or just life tips in general? For the people that are listening, that are watching, that are curious about what you love, what you care about, what's important to you.
Well, I really do care about my. I ain't gonna lie, my I was gonna say space, but then I don't want to really say like that. It's just I really like to take time to myself, clear my mind, just like all the little go outside, breathe. I just like
Yeah,
to breathe, because sometimes you just have people at you every day, and it's like sometimes that gets exhausting.
yeah,
So it's like I don't know who else goes out there in this world like this. So it's like, so it'd be good just take a breather if you're driving in the car. If not, go drive in the car. Just like you said, you like to talk, smoke your hemp here, just talk and while you're live, and that that makes that kind of to me makes it a little relatable. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just because you're at time by yourself, so you're just taking that breather.
Yeah. And it's also like something like I go back and I watch them and I listen to them and I observe my actions. I observe how I am with the
Yeah.
episodes. Because when I first started having guests, which was a year ago, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I probably still don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that it's okay because you can adjust, you can adapt to what's around and stuff like that. And the main thing that I've noticed is that like I kind of lose sight on what we're doing, what we're talking about, and it's like, whoa, what are we talking about? We're talking about life, death, everything else in between. We got baby Ronnie live in the
Yo.
bone zone, live in the bone zone. It is I, Billy on the board with baby Ronnie. Um, like being creative and thinking outside of the box, if you will. I think that's something that's important when it comes to being an artist.
Yes.
Like what are big factors that go into that?
Just doing what you feel. You don't have to always uh, mock another artist, at the times. Like, that beat or that one sound that artist did is hot at the moment. Don't have to worry about it. Whatever sound you're doing, you know what I'm saying? Just stick with it. Whatever. If it's not like what's hot right now, don't worry. It'll eventually be hot in the future, Just do it for your vibe, do it for
Yeah,
your love for the music, Just stick with it. If you're doing something different, whether it's techno, whether it's EDM mixed with the dubstep with rap,
hmm,
that shit is different. And shout out to Trill Boy because I know he's out there doing something different right now with that. I'm like, man, he's so motivated telling me what he's doing. He's dropping songs on like Spotify and Apple Music, and I'm like, man, hearing that from a friend, like it's really inspiring as well because he's doing his own wave, and knowing in the city, a lot of people do have the kind of the same sound and same thing. You know what I'm saying? The hard trap beats, like you were just saying,
yeah,
and it's like that's pretty different because how people love that stuff, like people love going to raves, they
oh
people
shit,
people love to party, it's
yeah.
crazy, but
They want to hear party music.
that well some people I want to say more, but like in our area, as you say, the south, the west side, they really want that hard trap yeah. Whereas, that ghetto soul, that soul trap, that everything, just the hard piano that.
So besides music, what are things that you like? We gotta I'm sure have
Oh
hobbies or
yeah,
interests and
well
whatnot.
man, before music too, I really want to be an actor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
what kind? What kind of actor?
just like well, I don't really, I guess comedy, you know,
Oh
because
yeah,
I want to say I was very funny, you know, but when I was in high school and college.
what would you? Why would you say you think you're funny? You just like a class clown type funny?
Yeah, I was a class
Okay, but
clown.
not like you knew some jokes and
Nah, like I don't think I would be able to go on this like a stand up like
like
a
right now.
route.
This was like right now. If this was a stand up, even though you're sitting down, like can you do it like live right now? Stand up with baby Ronnie.
I'll be
Actually,
like,
let me sit down.
oh,
Like
I'll be
so.
like, yeah, good, I'm here. So like yeah, nah, I don't. I see, I'm already blanking, but
Yeah, but
I'll probably hit it hard. Like, hey, what's up, everybody? You know, it's like, you know, what about these people nowadays in this traffic? You know, you got minivans. You know, old grannies wanting to pass me up. You know, they going like 90 in vans. I ain't gonna lie. That's all I got. I ain't gonna lie. I couldn't think of nothing, bro. I don't know.
I don't know if I could do stand up, but I would just talk about like shit growing up, like how we're ghetto and living in the projects.
See, I
And,
don't.
like you can probably talk about how it is growing up in like the country, and a lot of people that are from that type of stuff will
Will
you know
understand
but even people that don't understand it, if they can, it would maybe interest them. They're like, oh man, I want to know a little more. I want to understand what this guy is talking about because I like how he delivers his message, his story, whatever the case may be. You know, I think that's something that's important, especially like if you're live. Like, you know, for some people, they may, collapse under pressure. They may, fold. They may, run away off stage, or they may forget their words. And I'm sure that shit happens all the time. You know, like I forget my words all the time. I'm like, can we edit this, please? Can we go ahead and edit this part? But it's one of those things where whenever we're just living life, we don't expect too much. You know, all we expect is, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. Hopefully, we wake up in the morning. You know, if not, it's been a good one. You know, and it's one of those things that when we get personal and talk about death, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like to talk about that because, we all have people that passed away that are no longer with us, that, it's reality. You know what I'm saying? Especially like, let's say when it comes to like making jokes about stuff, this and that, and then some people nowadays they get offended for anything, any fucking thing. I actually just know one joke. I think I said it on this podcast before, but I'll say it now. All right, so there's three owls there. They're hanging out on the river walk. It's dark, you can't see them, but you could hear them. There's three, right? And it happens to be a white owl, a Mexican owl, and a black owl. And they're there doing their thing, making noise. How can you tell the difference from the owls? Like you can hear them, you can't see them, but you can tell the difference from the owls. Like what do they say? Owls.
Who, right? Like a who?
That'd probably be the white owl, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the Mexican owl? What would the Mexican owl say?
Who or out? What?
Quién.
I hate you.
Quién. All right. What about the black owl? He said.
Who? Who?
Who that?
I hate you so.
Yo, that's not
I never heard that.
I'm out. Peace out.
No, Mike, I ain't gonna lie. That
Yeah, that's the only joke I know. Please do not send me any hate
Yeah.
emails. Please do not
it's just
send
play
me.
play.
Um, so I wrote up a little more hemp. Do you mind? You have time?
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah.
So
For sure.
let's talk about hemp.
Yes, sir.
What do you like about it?
Man, I mean, I know people say it. Like I said, I'm not the only one, but just I like how it takes that one bad, mindset, clears it. It takes the bad and makes you feel better. It makes you feel relaxed. You say if your neck's all tensed up, it's good to hit a little bit of the hemp for actual, purpose, like not just abuse.
Yeah.
Like makes us feel good. With anxiety as well. You don't know if another has anxiety. They never tried it. They
Yeah.
hit hemp. Wow, it's
I
actually
dig
good
it.
use.
Yeah. Mhm. I dig it. It's organic. You know what I'm saying? All natural.
Just like Baby Bash says, don't panic. It's organic.
Yeah. Yeah. You listen to Baby Bash. Or was it Baby Beach?
Baby Beach.
Beach. Shout out to Baby Bash, aka Baby Beach.
Shout out.
We know your real name, bro.
Yeah.
Like Baby Beach, right? I don't know his real name.
It's actually Ronnie as well.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to Ronnie. We need to get Baby Bash here live in the BoneZone. Yo,
Oh,
Baby Bash. Let's see Billy live in the BoneZone. Yo, Baby Bash. Oh shit, that's on.
September 30th. He will be here with MC Magic.
Yeah, MC Magic. That is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, at the Freeman Coliseum.
I believe
Or
so,
whatnot,
or
that is-
Aztec Theater. I believe.
Okay, is that for the Lolo?
No.
Okay, well, this one they have like a Lolo show. I believe it's him or it's somebody.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it's Baby Bash.
That's live, but it would be awesome to get
Or
him
somebody
out
else.
down here.
I might be thinking about something else. But
The
either
Lolo.
way, he said the Aztec. He's going to be here with
MC Magic.
MC Magic.
Yes, sir.
You a fan of that kind of music?
Here and there, yeah, I'm learning. It's just like I said, my father he's very good friends with Baby Bash, a few members of Dope House Records, Juan Gotti, Shadow, Grim, and then what's it, Rashi, but in the past, like that was when they were coming up at the time,
So you think like now, like if you start blowing up and they see you or they see you first of all, and then you're like, hey, I know that kid, I know his pops. You think maybe they would recognize you?
Oh yeah, I know a few would already recognize me as well. Juan Gotti, my pops talked to him. Bash, he'll know who I would be. I've been over there to where he shot a video for. It's just like hey, I'm Ronnie's son, and they'll be like, oh, okay, type. It's just not too much love, but they'll understand. Be like, oh yeah, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, but like to some of us artists and whatnot, we don't want to use like those like let's say like have that be like the only reason why they're fucking with you is because of your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like my pop's done a lot of things for the city of San Antonio when it comes to nonprofit organizations and a bunch of things that people won't even fucking believe. But it's all true. You know what I'm saying? But he's really an architect. He likes collect memorabilia, like the Bone Thugs ones that you see behind you. He made those. Also, the ones that are over on the other side, he made those, and he has an entire museum that he's been collecting for the past 20 years. And it's a private museum, but people that go because he's an architect and they go for work related, what the hell, like people that know. It's something that can be used more for like. Me personally, I want to just make a restaurant and have all of the stuff in it. and just be able to maintain it and have good food. First of all, like you want people to go for the ambiance, but you do really want people to go for the food because then that's when they give the servers more money. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, if the food's good, the drinks are good, they're gonna give
More
servers more money or
stars,
whatnot. Yeah,
yeah,
more stars, more
ratings.
the ratings they are important. Like when it comes to rating, let's say yourself, 1 to 5, what would you rate your level right now as an artist where you're at? Not where you
Oh,
not where you think where you're
yeah.
gonna go, but like for now, like where
I'd
do you
say
think
I'm
you would rate yourself?
still like a 2.5, probably 3, right under the threes.
Okay.
I'm still underground. I ain't no big shot like
Yeah,
with the music scenery, of
yeah.
course,
No,
but
but
it's just me work.
let's say if somebody wanted to, they see this and they're like, it's a youngster artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I dig his music. Oh, I wanna hit him up and do music with you. Will
yeah,
you be willing to do any stuff like that? Like if people like are, hey man, I heard you. Uh, can you be on my track? Like if people invite you, we get that. You get
yeah,
any of that?
yeah. No,
Yeah,
and man, I'll be on. It's the type of I'll be honored. I'll
yeah.
hop on it real quick. I would love to. I'll be just thankful, because like I said,
Do do
I'm
you
not big.
do you have to like when somebody asks you? Do you have to like go and look at them and see how they sound and stuff like that? Because you got to look at stuff as an artist. Like when you put stuff out,
Yeah,
it's there. You know what I'm saying? And when it's not on your platform, it might not get deleted. You know what I'm saying? When
yes,
it's on your platform, it's easier for you to go and delete it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like how it sounds, or let's say you do a song with somebody and you don't think it's sounds acceptable, like
yeah.
you wanna like I hear that all the time. A lot of music like that. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Like me personally, I would be selective because I want for it to be right. You know what I'm saying?
of course.
I may not be the
All
best when it comes to my delivery and stuff like that. But hopefully it's on beat. You know what I'm saying? You got a
yeah,
nice little melody or whatnot. You can feel the
yeah,
harmony and what I'm saying, how I deliver it, because it's stories that we're telling. It's not just shoot the club up, bang bang, uh, fuck it, right? Like
tell life stories like you said, whether your house been invaded or
yeah,
it's like whether things happen, you witness some shootouts, or it's like that.
hanging out with the wrong crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You ever get into that situation?
All the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like how I mentioned good days and bad days. Like I was in Houston one time at like 4 in the morning. It's just like pumping gas with one of my older fam, and next thing you know it, you just hear a gun, like a gun just gunshot go like a laser and just hit the concrete wall. Then you
Right.
hear it. Then you hear another. You see like people just shooting at each other type shit. While they're in the gas station, you're just like, damn, just another like fuck.
Another day in Houston.
Yeah, it's like,
That's crazy, yo. Like
and it's just like here at home too now.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong. It's
it's
just
anywhere. It can happen in our backyard, and it does happen in our backyard.
you
As a
hear
matter
them
of fact,
shots.
they're just you know,
Shit.
that's crazy. Yeah, we are here on the west side. I know a lot of people sometimes get scared
Nah.
because how close we are to the probation office and the county jail. They're like, bro, I ain't going over there. You trying to set me up? I'm like,
Crazy.
nah, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised because I get messages from sometimes random people that let's say they'll watch because they're supporting who is on the episode. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'll get some people that hit me up. Hey man, check my shit out, yada yada yada, and sometimes I don't really dig it. You know what I'm saying? And they want me. They're like, man, come on, I'm cool with this person, and and I'm like, I kind of give them a polite, like I'm gonna decline right now,
Yeah.
especially like if it's just like on a video. You know what I'm saying? I like to do stuff in person. I prefer to do things in person. If you want to be on an episode of Live in the Bone Zone, Big Sam Heard, we're on podcasts like right now with, baby Ronnie,
Hey,
then, it has to be in person. I don't like to do the video podcasts and stuff like that.
phone or
Yeah,
online.
no, in person, live. That's why it's live. You know what I'm saying? So, music, what do you think? And what kind of direction do you want to go with your music, especially since you're young and in the game you can do a lot of things. When let's say you're an older guy and people already know you, or you came out with something that's not too hot or this and that, or you already can have like a reputation or whatnot, or people already know you. But being like a youngster, like underground, you said, you know what I'm saying? Well, what are your biggest things that you are going to do to make sure that you excel in whatever you're doing, whether it's the music or making your beats, or if you brought your camera, so taking pictures and stuff like that. So, well, that's it. Stay constant, stay consistent. Sometimes we kind of like want to like procrastinate. You know what I'm saying? With what we have to do. But when those lights are on, and these lights are on, and they're bright as fuck. That's why I kind of am like this. But you're good. Yeah, I'm waiting for Sweat to be like, damn, Harvey, is this a fucking interrogation? Like, what, man? I'm sure we could probably turn off that other light. But we're about to get up off of here soon. Right now, I do appreciate you very much for coming on, Ronnie.
Thank you.
I'm going to continue to play your music, whether it's one song, two songs. For the most part, I try to pick some artists and I play like one song here and there on stuff like that. But I don't go like tagging you every time I play your music. It's just something that it just happens. Yeah. I know a lot of people are like, hey, tag me when you play my song. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear your shit on
Just
live, fucking watch. You know what I'm saying? Listen on Spotify, stuff like that. Let's talk about platforms that people can listen to your music, that people can get to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
What you got?
I got, of course, the number one YouTube. You can find me under Baby Ronnie, aka Baby Ronnie from the South.
It's all one word, huh?
Just Baby Ronnie, full word.
Yeah, one word, right?
One word. Yeah,
One
Baby
word.
Ronnie.
With a capital B and a capital R,
Yes,
Baby
sir.
Ronnie. I had to figure that out because I was typing it, and that's how you put your name. But it's okay. Once people subscribe,
Exactly.
they got to make sure that they click the bell for notifications.
Yep.
What else do they say on YouTube? And
You gotta go hit the bell.
yeah,
You gotta
that's pretty much what they say. Click the bell for notifications. Yes. Type shit. But you know how it is, man. I do appreciate you. You said this was your first time on a podcast.
Yeah.
I do thank you, you know what I'm saying, for wanting to even be on my platform. It's for me, it's very, very special. That's why I want to share it with people, because I feel that they deserve it. It's not just my life that I talk about. I talk about your life, his life, her life, their lives, just anybody that is anybody, you know what I'm saying? And anybody that's a nobody, you know what I'm saying? Because right now, some of us, we're not discovered yet, but as long as we stay consistent with our product, with what we do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come back. It's like good dope, you know what I'm saying? If you're
Yeah.
saying good shit, people are gonna come back to you. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, he got that num or whatever,
That shit
lingo
was good.
is out there and shit like that. You're gonna be like, yep, ASAP. But if you have whack shit, your product is whack, people are gonna be like, fuck that shit. It's already stepped on. Fucking, I got muffins coming out of my fucking nose.
It's sad to hear that too back.
Yeah, but it happens. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it
But what
does.
we have to do as me myself as a podcaster is I have to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's what people want. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit. I'm not here to say that we're the best podcast in the city of San Antonio, but Billy is definitely here to say that we're the best podcast in the city of San Antonio. Yes, you are now watching the best damn podcast in the city of San Antonio. We're on podcast. Billy, I created Billy just lonely, you know what I'm saying? And in my depression and dealing with, mental health issues, just not wanting to live, like wanting to end my life and not be here. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have the kids, but my ladies, my baby moms, we'll say baby moms, whatever, had two kids, 2 months apart. One will be one in April, and the other one will be one in June. So it's close, but it's like we got those kids, man. You got to live for those kids. Like, even though I do also have an older kid that's 16 now. He just turned 16. He lives in either Atlanta or DeSoto or somewhere. It's a long story with that, but you always like have that in the back of your mind, like, is life gonna really be better without me? Like, is it really gonna be better, or other people gonna have, you know, hardships? They might suffer from a disorder after that. They might not ever want to, explore or wonder life or this and that because they're afraid of, death, of dying. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, of course, will say that they're not afraid to die. You know what I'm saying? But when they face death in front of them, that's when, oh, I'm sorry, or unless it happens instantly or whatnot, like those are situations that we put ourselves into, you know what I'm saying? Because we always are constantly putting ourselves in situations, either good, whether bad, whether a little neutral, or we're kind of just in a standstill, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we don't have to go to reach out to artists. Sometimes they'll reach out to me, you know what I'm saying? And I prefer that because it lets me know that somebody is watching. You know what I'm saying? When I just go out and I ask, who's watching, hey, who do y'all want to see? You know what I'm saying? Of course they're gonna say people that they really dig and this and that. Unless they're cool, like they got a homeboy or a cousin and they're actually trying to put their, cuz on and stuff like that. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Get your average people on Facebook that watch these and listen, and they're like, oh man, this guy had this person. I like their music, and then a year later, they're still bumping this person's music, and they support them, and they got a supporter. That's it. Even if I get one person, a day to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, it's okay because that one was more than we had yesterday or whatnot. So
bro.
We just gonna continue to go, bro.
And keep grinding and keep growing. That's
keep it up.
And
keep it up.
Everything's gonna be big, bro.
Yeah, I think so. I want to get back to this Texas flow again because that was my jam. I think that you should really be pushing and promoting. So this is the one that I'm gonna be.
And hopefully this one drops on all platforms soon as well.
All right, most definitely.
So you'll be catching that one on
Spotify. But for now, it's on YouTube, Texas Flow. I'm about to close it up. I'm about to close it out right now.
Yeah.
The mics are up right now.
Oh, okay, badass. Hell yeah. Damn, that was fresh, bro. Man, thank you, bro.
I like to smoke it. Like for me, it's different. You're probably okay.
Are you sure?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, bro, you know that.
Are you sure?
You can if you like.
I'll send you. I'll send. Yeah.
That'd be good, bro. Give me another text.
Yeah, I got you. What's your? Can you put it on
I
there?
got you right now. Let's close it.
Oh shit.
All right, yo, baby Ronnie from the South.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. We are from. Tell me again.
San Antonio, Texas. Baby.
We're from San Antonio, Texas, but outskirts. Growing up, like you growing up, in a small town and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now you're here in San Antonio. You're out in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? You're part of San Antonio. I feel like it doesn't matter where you're born. You know what I'm saying? Like it matters where you raised, where you live, what you do for your community. That's that's your home. You know what I'm saying? So San Antonio is your home. The Bone Zone is your home as well. You're always welcome to come back and shoot a music video if you ever want to. You know what I'm saying? We've had several different artists that took me up on that offer. That's why we added the little mic drop room and then the little money wall right there for when they come by. At least it's not a lot, but what it is something that I want to offer for people. It's a little diversity when it comes to what we see already in music videos. You see a lot of people already at the same place, at the same corner, this and that type stuff. But live in the Bone Zone, Big Sam Heard, we had the Insane Rush and Jacob the Kid, Digits. That was shot here by Mad Explorers. And then I Am Dex, they shot something here as well with Defo and Tony Trill. So, I try to stay busy. Yeah. Try to, we're not that busy, you know what I'm saying? But we're always opening our doors to new people, to artists, to producers, so whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? If you own a mechanic shop down the street, hell, let's talk about whatever.
Shout out.
Shout out them. Shout out. If you're a plumber, let's talk about whatever. Yeah. Anything. But I do thank you for being on. And yeah. Mother, I love you, of course, not just today, but every day. Family, friends, family, boneheads, bitches, bitch-ass hoes, hoe-ass bitches, and bitch-ass niggas. Because, yes, Stephen and Mel can be a bitch, too. For Shelby, baby, Michaela, mommy, baby, Ronnie, it is I, Billy on the board. Yo, Billy, much love to you, Billy. Thank you for assisting me. I always need some type of help in a way because it's all in a spiritual aspect when it comes to my life. And they always talk about voices in your head and stuff like that, like, oh, you got to make a good choice. But sometimes that voice in your head doesn't want you to make a good choice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they do, but we're not going to do that because that's why we got Billy on our side to keep us balanced, and he's in a place where he understands. Yeah,
that's awesome.
We got to talk subliminal sometimes because some people don't understand.
Man, I would love to come back for that.
Like, Ouija, are you with me? Like, more murder, man. Yeah. But yes, I love my Bone Thugs and Harmony, bro. I love my city. I want to put on as many people as possible. I know some people will say, oh, it's just a little podcast. It doesn't matter. It's something. We're getting heard. And that's all that matters, right?
If only they knew.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Live in the Bone Zone, baby. Ronnie.